Okay guys, just going to bring you another little unboxing. Haven't got any figures in quite a while, but I was able to pick up a recent one, and as you know, it's the new Judge Dredd figure from a company called VTS. You're currently looking at the Sensation, that's how you pronounce it, version, which was a nice release and all that. It gave us their version of the 1995 Judge Dredd. It's played by Sylvester Stallone, and yeah, it was a decent enough figure and all that, and it was like well done and all that. But I think this new VTS figure kind of like takes it to a new level. Like it's pretty surprising that two companies have done the same figure, especially considering it's like 25, nearly 25-year-old film and all that. And yeah, but yeah, it's nice enough and all that, and I know it's like kind of like a cult classic with many people. You know, it's not like it won't be winning any Oscars anytime soon, the movie, but it is what it is, and you know, it's a nice, entertaining hour and a half, whatever film. So yeah, let's crack this bad boy open. Yeah, as I say, I got this just the other day, so that's my first figure. Okay guys, so there's just the box. It looks like. Yeah, pretty basic, pretty nice though. The stylized symbol of Judge Dredd, stars and the lines there. Yeah, just says Justice Judge. Justice Judge again. I am the law on the front. As this is like an unlicensed figure from VTS, so I can't call him Judge Dredd, obviously. Yeah, but nice enough. It's quite a big box, all in all, for a 1/6 figure. So if you're pushed for space and all that, it might be a little bit annoying, which I am. So let's just get the old plastic off. You can't argue that's an unnecessary use of plastic. Everyone's kind of like a bit concerned with the old plastic issue. Yeah, but there's the okay, so it just slips off like that, and then there's the figure in the box, all nice, long-term clamshell in. It looks pretty nice so far. So let's just get the figure out now. Okay, so on one side of the clamshell in, it's the figure. Accessories. His only accessory is the lawgiver, which is his actual gun. And then you get the armour, which is one separate piece. It's all in one with that. It's actually attached. So you can't actually remove it, but you've actually got the option to display him without wearing the armour, which he did appear in the film like that. So, and then you get a stand, which is pretty nice, another extra that wasn't included with the Sensation version. So cool. Let's yeah, let's just get everything out and see how it looks. Okay guys, so I just got the figure out, and there's the Stallone sculpt, which I think is pretty good, all in all. Yeah, certainly in the background, and yeah, certainly it's a worthy attempt at Stallone, and you can certainly see the likeness, like mid-90s Stallone. Yeah, I think it's a really decent effort from VTS. And let's just look at the costume, and you know, the gauntlets, and which I think is pretty nice. It's certainly you know, a step up on the detailing in the Sensation version. And the clothing and the tailoring look like a notch upwards as well. I'd say maybe the one disappointment is the body. The underlying body doesn't feel the best, and certainly there's a lot of clunking and clicking with the articulation. That feels a bit loose. The leg joint, which is never all that nice. It's only a single jointed arm as well, so you're not going to have, you know, great mobility in the arm. So yeah, and there's padding underneath there to bulk out the body a little bit. You'll see the legs though. The legs are not badly proportioned, but I think they are a little bit on the skinny side. And you know, Stallone was he was a muscular guy. He wasn't like Arnie muscular or anything like that, or you know, people of today like Vin Diesel or anything like that, or The Rock. But he certainly did have quite a bit of bulk to him, and I think those legs could do with like beefing up a little bit. So as I say, he struggles now and again to like stand up. That's always a sign of like not the best of bodies, when you're struggling to actually get the figure to stand up, because it means like it's got wonky joints and all that, and it's like been badly put together. And you don't really get with Hot Toys bodies, because you know they're quite. But when you get like third-party companies like this and unlicensed figures, you can sometimes get like dodgy bodies and all that. So ideally, as you can see, it's quite loose as well. There's quite a bit of play in that fabric, so you could certainly put a bigger body to go with the figure. I think the one problem with that would be possibly the head. I think the head looks a little bit on the undersized scale, but it's just from what I can see, it's just a smidge undersized. So if you were to put a bigger body on this figure, then that could make the head look even smaller, obviously. But yeah, it's up to you. But as I say, the body is not the best, and a little bugbear of mine is they're really loose on the leg there, the knee pads. And as I say, I mean, if you were to get a bulkier body, they'd obviously, you know, grip tight and all that. But as it is, you know, they fall down a bit. You can push them up quite a bit, but you know, they fall down, and that will become a little bit annoying. But yeah, the belt is nicely designed with the codpiece and the holster. The only little bugbear with that is there's no strap there on the bottom, which will hold it close to the leg, like that. I think that's how it was in the movie. That's how the Sensation's got it, little strap there that holds it close to the leg. So yeah, as I say, I think the body on the Sensation is probably even better than the VTS version. But yeah, so yeah, not the best of bodies, so it could do with a body swap. Let's have a look at the second head sculpt you get. That's actually built into the head, the helmet, the head is, so you can't remove that. So it's just there to display like that, and it's kind of like Dredd in his like aggressive, like he's got like a scowl on the face there, you know, he's like, and yeah, so I think that's sort of like quite a neat little accessory, that you can have that instead of the regular sculpt. You probably want to display that with the armour on. So yeah, nicely done. The paintwork on it is really nice. The Sensation one is a little bit sloppy, the paintwork, but this paintwork is really great, and I think it's yeah, it's more accurate than the Sensation one as well. Definitely got better paint apps on it. So yeah, let's just look at the base, which is nice to include. Just Justice of Eagle, the Eagle of Justice or whatever. And yeah, so I just got the Sensation figure on it. That works out pretty nice. And, you know, it's always nice to get a stand with these figures. Have a look at the Lawgiver. You only get one extra hand, which is a bit of a shame. You don't get any like expressive hands or anything like that. The hands on the figure at the moment are just like gripping hands, basically. Guess you could use that one on his right hand for holding the gun. But yeah, that's just sort of like a showing off hand, I guess. You know, just have the gun in the right hand there. So yeah, pretty well done. And let's just look at the body armour, the chain, and across like that. And I think that hooks up with a magnet somewhere around the back. So yeah, pretty nice. There's a magnet as well there that holds the chain in place. So yeah, obviously when you've got the figure on, you'll want to be putting the chain over the tunic, I guess, holding up like that. So yeah, that should work pretty well. I think the chain's quite nice. Maybe a little bit on the thin side. With the Sensation one, I actually took the original chain off and put a new chain on there, much thicker chain. Probably looked a little bit better then. So yeah, overall, yeah, not a bad figure. I think the sculpt is really nice. And a really good job on that. As I say, the body's not the best, and maybe the sculpt is a little bit undersized. And yeah, ideally, I think you'd want a body swap. A, because the joints are a bit wonky. B, because it probably could do a little bit of a bigger body. And yeah, because there's a lot of play in this fabric, you see. So that could be stretched a little bit more. And yeah, the only concern I'd have is with an already, I think, underscaled, undersized head, a bigger body might exacerbate that problem of making it look a little bit pinheaded. But yeah, so that's obviously something to think about. Yeah, so that's yeah, that just, let's say it's magnetised, so it just comes off. Looks a little bit awkward there, but yeah, not bad overall. So I'll just put the armour on it, see if I can get the armour on it and the alternate head. Yeah, how you get the shoulder pads on is pretty simple. It's just you've got two magnets here that are holding those straps in place. You just pull them out like that and then put it over the figure, over the figure's shoulders. Okay guys, so I eventually got the shoulder pads on, so it's a bit fiddly because there's so many magnets going on around here that everything kind of like tends to want to grip to everything else. So that's another problem with the chain, if you see here, because there's obviously that magnet underneath holding the badge in place, and as you can see, the magnet attracts the chain. So you know, you'd only get around that if you got a non-magnetised metal or a plastic chain. So it flowed more because you've got to put that up there and poke it down the neck, but obviously the magnet makes it so it doesn't flow naturally like that does. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. So the straps, they're magnetised, they just go under the arm like that, so it holds in place quite well. As you can see, I've just stuck the chain on the tunic up there. So I think that's the best that you can do with that, really, is just like hide it out of the way. If you put it in its original position, it just kind of like gets in the way of the armour. So yeah, it does obviously hinder articulation once you have the armour on. So yeah, that's sort of like, as I say, it can be a little bit fiddly and all that. But yeah, it looks pretty good and all that. Just remove the head like that. Put the second head on. So that's pretty good. So yeah, overall, quite a good figure, nice looking figure. It looked great in your detail and all that. And if you're into like Judge Dredd, there are like obviously issues with the body. I feel, you know, it doesn't feel the best made body, and I think it does look a little bit slim for my liking. So let's just have a look. But yeah, overall it's quite well done. It's, as I say, it's a little bit of a mess up there with all the magnets going on and all that. So as you can see, that yeah, the chain's just loose, hanging in the neck like that. I don't know if there's a place that you could probably stick it down a little bit better, but as I say, because of the magnet there, it does make the chain not hang naturally, which is a bit of a shame. You just hide that there. So yeah, I'll just show you a little height comparison with with some other figures. So yeah, so I've just got a selection of figures here. Superman, Christopher Reeve, the Terminator, and Johnny Depp there. So yeah, I think if anything, he's a bit too tall. I suppose he's like portrayed as larger in life in the movie Judge Dredd, and still Sylvester Stallone is not the tallest of actors. If you remember, he was paired up with Rob Schneider in the film, the 1995 film Dredd, and I think Rob Schneider is probably one of the shortest guys in showbiz. So yeah, so he might be a little bit on the tall side, because I think Stallone, I think he's top, he's like 5'9" or something, maybe 5'8", so he's not by any means a tall actor. So yeah, I think they've maybe made it a little bit too tall here, so that might be something to think about as well on the old body swap, if that's what you're thinking about. But yeah, thanks for viewing that, guys. As I say, a few good things about this figure, a few bad things about the figure, but I think overall it's a fairly well done figure, and I think you'll be quite pleased to get him in your collection. But certainly for the people that picked up the Sensation figure, I still really like that figure actually, and yeah, I think it really still holds its own and stuff like that. This has obviously got the Stallone head sculpt, and it's a bit better figure, like finish wise. But as I say, I still I prefer the body on that Sensation figure to this figure. The body just feels like badly made, and it is undersized to what Stallone was in the movie. So yeah, thanks for viewing that, guys, and yeah, I wouldn't say too much for your time there.